What's up? What's up? What's up? Get a couple things shared up real fast. Bang, bang. Right? Okay. Let's slide over here. Hmm. Share this out real fast. Random Brit, what's up? What's up? What's going on? Yo, what's up? What is up? What's going on? NFL is upon us, man. So, man, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that, man. It's wild, right? 1 second, man. Hold on. Yo. Select say he glad he skipped yesterday. Brandon said small day, slate today. He looking to cash in. He was looking quiet after 5, yeah. I like them early games yesterday. Oh, man, bro. Football is upon us, man. I gotta tell Larry to change my Twitter name right there. Change my Twitter name. I just changed it last night. I want to see if he can update that for me. He should be able to do that right there. Change that. Good morning, Oakland Bat sold me yesterday. I had Webb on the 19 and a half pushing out. I got so busy at work I couldn't even goddamn it. I just did a home run parlay and like fuck it and boosted it. My NFL team, the Bears, man. I'm from Chicago. That don't mean nothing, but I'm from Chicago. Man, I gotta sharpen up real quick for ML for football. All right. So that's what I'm saying. Man, I gotta cut these streams down. I gotta come on here and give a few picks. And then, like I said, in the community section, then I gotta come on over there and drop the rest of the picks for supporters. Today it's short slate. I might do that. I'm eating. I'm bogus as hell eating. Today it's short slate, but maybe I'm gonna start doing that tomorrow. I have to. I work, man. You know, that's take a lot of my time up. You know what I'm saying? That's taking a lot of my time up, man. God damn, I don't know who that is making all that noise. I hope y'all can't hear that shit. Damn, somebody fixing on something. All right, look. Um, Baltimore, we still don't have a picture right now. Let me see. First and foremost, let's go to the weather, right? So Baltimore on. Oh, you were okay. Now I like Justin Fields, man. I love Justin Fields. I think, man, it was all bad timing, man. Um, I like Mike Tomlin. I like Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh always had a little soft spot in my heart. Um, Me personally, with the quarterback situation and my team, it really doesn't matter. We not used. I'm not used to having no quarterback, and I was fine with that. Our supporting cast. That's what I was mostly worried about. We tighten that up. I can pretty much care. I don't care who's gonna be, under center for us. But I did like Justin Fields. Bad timing for Justice, man. Bad timing, man. I like Justin, man. So Baltimore and Cleveland not ideal. Look at all this weather here. Baltimore and Cleveland not ideal. Game ending type rain should move in around 10:11 p.m., which wouldn't be a big deal except that there's a decent amount of scattered storms out ahead of that. If we do get a delay from those pop-up storms, it could lead to greater problems down the road. We'll need to analyze pregame radar to even have a decent clue here. And to be honest, I'm not sure. I'll know even by then. Okay? Orange, that's bad weather. Um, Kansas City Royals at Detroit. Man, light rain around early. Heavier stuff possible late or just after the game. I sure hope they play on I sure hope they plan on playing on time and in the light rain. Otherwise the entire game could be in trouble. Best guess best guess is full nine best guess is a full 9 innings with no delay, played in on and off showers. But there's room for many other outcomes, man. Miami, Atlanta. Classic stuff here. A few pop up showers and storms fire in the late afternoon, early evening. Coverage isn't super impressive, but they will be strong enough to. Uh, but there will be strong enough downpours to cause delay if one ends up over the ballpark. So St. Louis and Chicago. Um, Isolated storms early, scattered storms late. Again, we're kind of dependent on being able to dodge the first batch of storms. Otherwise, the later arriving storms much more impactful, right? So, if you got a good outlook on the weather, you can probably hit some K props and shit like that, right? So, if we have bad weather, ESPN Bet is a book that lets you do some alternate unders, right? Shit like that. Let's say lively. Let's say this game for instance. Okay, right now they're only throwing up regular lines, right? But sometimes you can catch them out there and get an alternate line on a bad weather game and put a little something else with it and get you some plus money. So things like that can kind of work out in your favor. Or somebody with a high ass K line, so like this one here. So uh, let's say hmm, mine Schultz is at 5.5 plus 125. All right, so let's say we don't think this game's gonna play. Example, you can take the under 6.5 or the 7.5 for great. Under 6.5 for Shota. That's a minus 167 right there. Or you could let's say you can take it under 6.5 for great. The weather plays a big factor here. That's just an example, okay? And like I said, ESPN bet the option to go under for 95% of their props is pretty good because and alternate under as well. So if you're out here trying to get money, hustling the books as hard as you can, you know, minus 110s, 100s, alternate lines and stuff like that. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. All right. So, um, the weather here, right? So we know weather. I'm gonna talk about these games as if there was no weather. Um, Colorado was the game that wasn't up there. Colorado was the game that I didn't even look at today. So, long story short, um, to not have this thing go so long here, let's just do a quick run through, drive by, and get out of here, right? So, let me see if they got anybody close to looking like they want to start here. That motherfucker said, "Are you ready for some football?" Yeah, man, straight up. No, yeah, from a fan standpoint, yeah. From a betting standpoint, not yet. Um, I bet preseason and I play fantasy DFS every year. This is the first year I ain't did preseason DFS, but maybe maybe next week something like that. I'm not doing the Hall of Fame game tonight. I do preseason basketball DFS. Let me put this shit down, man. I'm bogus, right? So no picture out. Let me see, but I'm more. Um, yeah, I'm really in depth on the preseason. I'm really in depth on the preseason. I know all that. I know all that stuff. I'm really in depth on the preseason, like really in depth, bro. Really in depth. What is this? Tampa Bay. I mean, Baltimore. I want to check their bullpen for the season. Around the middle of the pack. Okay. So, um, tell you what I got. I ain't gonna bore you guys today, but like I said, I'm gonna be dropping those plays on the YouTube. I'm gonna drop some, but I'm gonna drop tickets in the YouTube community section as well. Like I said, starting tomorrow. Starting tomorrow for my for the ones who support me monthly. Starting tomorrow. Now, Baltimore. Of course, Ramirez is in play. I gotta see who's gonna be pitching, man. Straight up for Baltimore, but going up against this bullpen, I guess, right? Or whoever we're gonna be going up against. Now, not we. I ain't Baltimore. That ain't my team. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm just saying we got over under 9.5 here. Now we got Ben Lively on the mound. Um, Lively, he's already pitching his worst to his right hand batter, so that's one thing, right? Versus his pitch mix, the lefties look good. So versus the pitch mix, the lefties look good. Um, so I couldn't talk you off anything here, truthfully. Got it over under 9.5. I tried to smoke them yesterday. I tried to smoke them yesterday with a Hail Mary same game parlay, putting up some RBIs and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, um, Colton Cowser looked good. Um, Pretty much like a pick your poison type of thing here, right? Let me just go to it, right? Baltimore. Oh shit! I gotta go back and manually put these pictures in, man. Mm. Fastball, sinker, change up. Motherfucker threw a lot of pitches, man. Over the course of the last month, versus this whole pitch mix here, which is a lot of pitches and whatever, whatnot. I mean, the lefties look good. Gunnar Henderson not hitting for a lot of isolated power. He doesn't have a lot of isolated power as of late. You know, he hasn't been hitting any bombs. The world is mad at him. But Anthony Santander, 5 bombs versus this pitch mix. Colton Cowser, 4 bombs versus this pitch mix. Ryan O'Hearn looks pretty good there. Fly ball percentage is up here. So yeah, um, Cedric Mullins. You know, everybody's pretty much green over the last, of course, the last month there. Even the last week, Cedric Mullins he's 5 for 9. Santander's 4 for 19. Randall Hearn is 4 for 15. Gunnar Henderson to 8 for 16, and so on and so forth. Versus this pitch mix here, right? The one he's throwing the most is that fastball. I can take all these down real quick. I didn't look at just the fastball. I will take a look at it here. So Santander and Colton Cowser got a bomb versus their fastball, 2 bombs versus their fastball in the last 2 weeks. And Colton Cowser, Cedric Mullins, and Gunnar Henderson, I mean, they still in the green. Everybody, man. So the usual suspects, man. Colton Cowser is 5 for 13. He's hot. So, you can look at him for sure. So it is what it is, right? The lefties. And then, like I said, on the flip side, he's pitching his worst to righties, right? So, um, one guy I did have penciled in, um, 2 guys really. Mountcastle, if you want to get there lately, he's been looking okay. And then Urias, he flashes at certain times. So watch and see who's in the lineup, right? I could take a look real fast. I'll show you guys real quick. So what is he doing? A sinker, four seamer, sweeper. So Urias, over the course of a month, he's 9 for 21. Not a lot of power there. 12% K rate. That's what caught my eye. So, if he's in the lineup, he's somebody that you can look at, right? Bring it closer to around 3 weeks here. Um, Urias and Mountcastle lighting up. Like I said, Urias low K rate. I like that just for making contact, getting on the bases, stuff like that. Um, and like I said, these are the righties here, so you know he's pitching his worst towards right-hand batters. So at the end of the day, Mountcastle, he's got a bomb within the last 3 weeks versus him. K rate is, he will strike out, and the rest of these guys will strike out, but it is what it is. Last 2 weeks, Urias and Mountcastle almost identical numbers except for the K rate. But Mountcastle, 429 batting average, 6 for 14, um, 357 isolated power with a bomb. Barrel rate could be higher. Hard hit percentage could be higher. The fly ball rate is up though, right? So that's the last 2 weeks. Last week, Mountcastle has a bomb, 6 for 11. Urias 4 for 8. So you get the drift, right? So I need to take a quick look at one more time because I might just circle Mountcastle. He could probably be a sleeper here. Let me see. Lively, right? Lively. He's pitching better at home. 2.66 ERA at home. Versus righties in general, he has a 271 batting average, 1.57 home runs per nine. Um, Home runs. Speaking of home runs, he has 16 home runs, seven versus lefties, seven versus nine versus righties. He's given up 5 home runs at home and 11 on the road. At home versus righties, he has 4 home runs. Um, 276 batting average versus righties at home, 22% K rate. Okay, I just wanted to see. All right, but I really want to see uh, Mountcastle. Check his split. So Mountcastle, he has a 260 batting average versus righties, um, 103 WRC plus. So I guess on the road versus righties, um, he's got 283 batting average, 175 isolated power. So it is what it is, right? They will be on the road. It's okay. I like him. I like him. Let me see something. I think Urias will be in the lineup today. I think he would. Just want to take a quick look at something here. That's his best split on the road versus righties. 19% K rate, 286 batting average for him, 161 isolated power. Okay, I just wanted to see. Right. So, like I said, we don't have a picture out. Jamar says just use my no sweat. Uh, just use my no sweat. On cows are 2 bases over 9.5. Total for Baltimore. Okay. All right. That sounds good, man. I didn't think of the over there. I like the over there, right? So, Kansas City Royals at Detroit Tigers. Like, look, man. Um, I am all on. I'm all in. I'm all in on. If this game had no rain, I would be all in on Kansas City, bro. I would be all in on Kansas City. It's still Kansas City for me. Uh, Bobby Witt, loving Bobby Witt here. Um, loving Bobby Witt here. I would have to go in and manually put in. I would have to go in and manually put in these numbers here for. Let's see. Well, tell you the truth, I could. I mean, I took them minus 1.5. Right. I took them minus 1.5. I took them first five, minus a half. I wrote down the right hand batters look awesome, and then you got Vinny, right? And then you got Isbell too. So Isbell, if you just you know what I'm saying. But I like the righties there. Um, I do, right? So I expect them to, the team total. I didn't bet the team total. I want to bet the team total, right? But the weather is like, ugh, man, that's another thing. Hopefully, all these games play. You know what I'm saying? Just got to keep checking the weather, keep checking the weather, keep checking the weather. But I love the Kansas City Royals, especially the Kansas City Royals. Righties, man, straight up. Um, Loving them, right? Um, who's pitching? Supposedly pitching, it was Montero, I want to say. Let's see. Is it Kiter Montero? Yeah. So he's not good. He's not good. So at home he's got a 6.8 ERA, on the road 5.4. Looking at his game logs here, he's given up 5 earned runs in 3 straight games. 5 earned runs in 3 straight games, man. Good morning, man. Good morning, Ed. 5 earned runs in 3 straight games, man. Straight up. So he's been getting his ass tore up. Montero is terrible, bro. Montero is terrible. So, and then like I said, these righties versus whatever Montero is throwing looks really, really good, man. And so I'm on the righties here with Pasquantino. Shout out to uh, um, shout out to Kansas City yesterday. I put up I should have posted it. I should have posted. That was plus 1,000 parlay though, and just usual suspects here. Just like similar to like basketball, where the usage is really coming from. Where the production is coming from on this Kansas City team. See it every day. 2+ hits for somebody like Bobby Witt, uh, Pasquantino, then you got Salvador batting right, batting cleanup. He's in the RBI spot, and then um, you can get the other guy batting behind him in fifth, the righty, um, for a hit or more. And sometimes he's gonna go yard for you. What's his name? Salvador Perez. Then Michael Garcia is starting to look good, really good, leading off. And then, like I said, you swing it around, and you can look at those lefties, which the lefties don't strike out much, and that's Pasquantino leading the way. So this kid here, I won't even throw the knuckle curve up there, but the four seamer and the slider. No, you know what? Let's see versus righties. Yeah, the four seamer and the slider. Um, Righties just look good, man. Look great, right? Over the course of a month here versus pitch mix, Salvador Perez is striking out. He's always striking out, but he's got 4 bombs. He's got the power, so it is what it is, right? Bobby Witt it just is just great. Michael Casillas is coming around. Um, Hunter Renfro, 9 for 25. He's got a couple bombs. His K percentage is down. So, the usual suspects for the righties, except for Salvador Perez, these top four, Bobby Witt, Markel Garcia, Salvador Perez, Hunter Renfro, they all look good, man. They all look good. Look at that Montero here. Um, he's giving up runs, man. You know what I'm saying? He's giving up runs. It's just a lot of rain, man. You know what I'm saying, in the area. Now, uh, um, take a look at the splits here. Hmm, if it would go move, okay. So like I say, pitching is worse at home. Don't even almost don't even matter at this point. But He's got a 272 batting average versus lefties and a 308 batting average versus righties. It's lining up, right? It's lining up. It's lining up. And home versus righty, same old song. K percentage is whatever, right? It don't even matter. He's just getting his ass lit up, right? Home run per nine, just about twos and threes there, like, right? So Kansas City Royals all the way through, man. I took the, like I said, we got weather implications here. I took the 1.5. I took the first half, and I'm probably getting ready to go ahead and sprinkle on the team total. I don't know, man. I probably would. I probably would. I, yeah. And the lefties, he's throwing. I think he's throwing three pitches to the lefty. Uh, I could throw that change up in. So Pasquantino, um, some of these guys, he's 17 for 55. Just he's just he's probably the top lefty on this team. Now I can move it in and out and stuff like that. You know, bring it back to like 3 weeks there. Oh man, it is what it is. I knew I probably wasn't going there. Um, Pasquantino, man, strikeouts are there. The barrel percentage is down. Hits, you know what I'm saying? Make contact for me. Isbell, his case is pretty much down a little bit. Um, just make me some contact, right? So, those guys, right? The righties here, and I'll say Pasquantino. That's what I'm on, right? Now, I ain't gonna go into detail for these last ones. I mean, it's only 5 games, man. We already been on here 30 minutes. On the Detroit side, which I probably won't be betting against them, betting with them or whatever. I did. I mean, always the same old song. Cole Keith and Matt Vierland, those guys don't strike out. Perez, he does have three home runs in the last 2 weeks versus their pitch mix for Seth Lugo, right? So if you think for sure, Dollar, if you think them boys gonna make some noise, them the guys you can look at. Cole Keith and Verlin don't strike out. Perez has three home runs in the last 2 weeks versus Seth Lugo's pitch mix. Miami, right? So I will say this. This will probably be the fourth or fifth game that Maya started, right? We got an over under 8.5 in this spot. Morton's pitching his worst to right hand batters, right? So you can look at Burger. Burger for power. I don't. Burger will strike out though, so I don't know if I'll go there. The lefty, you can look at Xavier Edwards, right? Somebody for like a hit or something like that, right? Xavier Edwards for like a hit or something, probably nothing more, but he's been in fuego. And Myers, he faced this team versus his pitch mix, and just in general, Atlanta will strike out. His strikeout sitting at 4.5, right? Um, he had 7 Ks versus them probably like 2 games ago. He does have that K stuff. In the minors, he had 69 Ks on 58 innings pitched. Um, I ain't scared to go there. I'm not. This is one of the games that don't have weather implications. The rest of the games got weather implications, so I'm not scared to go to his case. I don't really care, right? Uh, in fact, since it's a short game, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit, not a lot, but I'm taking this 4.5 Ks. They just gonna have Atlanta Braves just gonna have to go out there and tear his ass up, right? And then I might take him at 6 just to be having something to gamble on. But like he only he only played like pitched like 4 games, and he just had 7 strikeouts versus them. And like I said, we know he'll strike out. This is the only thing is skeptical is I'm just not worried about. I'm worried about a little bit about the rematch factor here, right? So Santana say, "Yo, that Cubs and Reds game was busting. Cubs made me proud yesterday. They did, man. And I started to clunk out. I clunked out on them. I didn't even get there, man. I was undecided. I couldn't get there. Um, what's up, Three Kings? What's going on?" He said, "Check Soler." I looked at him. Ozuna was the guy. That for me. Oh well, I'll tell you what I had. So I said Ozuna, Arsha. He got the locate rate going on, and he's heating up as of late. Diana is displaying power right now. Olsen, Olsen got 2 home runs versus pitch mix in the last 7 days, right? So I'll bring it back to a month here, and I'll show you guys who you guys are looking for. Uh, oh snap! Let me see. Plug up my computer real quick. Yeah, I was thinking about that this last team narrative last night. I was thinking about that. He definitely can go yard against anybody for sure. I like Soler versus lefties, but you know, we'll see. But Atlanta here, righties. Um, and I really want to take this kid for like 7Ks, but they synced him already, man. They synced him. They synced him. So let's see. Fastball slider, change it. Really pretty much that fastball slider. I'll take the change it down. So it's a lot of striking out going on here, right? A lot. Yesterday Ozuna struck out 3, 4 times. Yesterday. Soler, he's got a high K rate. Um, red. Diana, um, last month he's displaying power, right? Isolated power 619 right now. Exit velo 93.8. 5 extra base hits, 4 home runs. Barrel percentage is up. Fly ball rate is up. So you can look at him for power, maybe a home run. Who knows, right? 18% K rate over the course of a month. Arsha. Arsha is turning up a little bit lately. This is the last 5 weeks. I'll bring it in a little bit. Ozuna is Ozuna. Just he's Ozuna, right? So I'll bring it in a little bit here. I'll go back to the last 3 weeks here. Um, Travis DNR starting to light up better, 18 more actually. 15% K rate, 66 fly ball. So the power is there. Um, The power was there. Isolated power up there at 1,000. You see that? Like, yeah, right? Yeah. That's over the course of the last 3 weeks. Arsha looking good. K rate is coming down. Ozuna is Ozuna, right? We already know who he is and what he does, right? Um, mm, how about the last 2 weeks there? Soler been a little bit down lately versus pitch mix, but it is what it is. Ozuna K rate is getting up there. Last 7 days though, Arsha, DNR, and there goes Soler. He doesn't have a bomb, but he's 3 for 8. Isolated powers down. He can hit you a bomb any given time. Any given time. I took Riley instead of Olsen and kept saying Olsen is in my head because the number he was at. Olsen, yeah, the last 7 days. That's what I was looking at for Olsen. The last 7 days, right? Last 7 days, which would have probably included yesterday. That's where he started to look good at, right? So that probably was yesterday's game. Um, last 7 days right here, he's 4 for 14, 2 bombs. I mean, if you take them or whatever he did yesterday out of the equation, then he probably would look terrible. He probably would look ass. But it is what it is, right? But the K's are there for them too. So we're gonna get Myers strikeouts at 4.5. And like I said, I mean, this is a rematch. They probably want to see him. They probably want to see him again, right? So he trying, man. He trying, but man, I could. He trying. He trying. Let's see. This will be his fifth game. So he wins six versus Atlanta with 7 Ks, then 3 Ks apiece. I can't talk you off his strikeouts. I might put him on Prize Picks. I ain't even look at Prize Picks or nothing like that. I might do a Prize Picks ticket or maybe a Demon ticket. So yeah, and like I said, so there, uh, in this game, you could look at, like I said, Charlie Morton. He's pitching his worst versus righties, right? Yeah, Montero. I hope Bobby Witt hit across the field just because Bobby Witt is a monster, man. Top bat on the slate. Um, Berger for power. Xavier Edwards if you want to hit from a lefty. Berger will strike out. Um, like I said, Morton's pitching his worst to right-hand batters. Max Meyer K's in play. Um, he had 7 versus them last time. Like I said, 58 innings pitched in the minors, 69 Ks. This is his fifth game or his sixth game. He's getting ready to pitch right tonight. Ozuna is Ozuna. Archer, low Ks. He's heating up. Diano is displaying power, right? Monster power. Um, Olsen, 2 home runs in this last week. That basically sums it up for this game. Um, who did they play? Miami. I might have to look into Morton, man. This might be a game Morton might be able to mow these guys down. You never know. So what is this K prop? Or at least probably go his outs. Let me see. Here's 5.5. And what's his pitching outs? 16.5. Don't be surprised if he pitch a good game. Miami is not going to be able to sustain all that shit they've been doing. It's gonna be they're gonna play good sometimes, but they're gonna go through stretches where they can start getting their ass lit up. So look for going against Miami and Chicago White Sox. Okay, that you can parlay against them in the future. That's gonna be because them bats gonna cool down. They're not gonna stay hot like that. Sox went through their rough day patch where they got hot a little bit. And look now, they done lost probably 20 games straight. So them teams we gotta have to capitalize on. Even if you get a minus 110 out of them, you gotta make that money. Um, the St. Louis Cardinals and Chicago Cubs game. Like I said, we got weather implications for all these games. We got an over under 8 here. Gray on the mound. Gray is pitching his worst to lefties on the road. Okay. Ian Happ has 3 home runs versus him, and he's got a good average versus him, right? If you're looking at lefties, you can look at Bush. You can look at if you look at lefties, you can look at Bush. You can look at Happ. He'll be coming from the left side, and you can look at Bellinger. Okay, Bellinger went 3 for 3 yesterday. He just came back. Now, uh, Suzuki is a pretty good pitcher, man. So I mean, Shota, Manana is a pretty good pitcher. So you got to take that into consideration. If you just got to look at like a lefty bat, you can look at Burleson. You just got to. I probably won't. Um, so Suzuki, is a bat that I pretty much like there. Um, yeah, Suzuki is a bat that I pretty much like, but I probably don't want to. I'm probably not gonna go there. I don't know if I'm gonna go there, but I know Sonny Gray can sail on the road. We know that. I know that. We know that, right? So Suzuki over the course of the last month versus this pitch mix, this total pitch mix, he's batting 311, which is 9 for 19 of 61, 450 OPS over 1,000, 344 isolated power, 93 extra velo, 8 extra base hits, 6 home runs, 14 hard hit balls. Um, Barrels is up, hard hit percentage up, line drive is down, fly ball is okay, and he will strike out. Right. Um, over the course of the last week, um, and then he's 5 for 11 versus this pitch mix. He's got a home run, 2 extra base hits. Amaya is a guy you can look to if he's in a lineup. He don't strike out that much. Making contact is pretty good. Isaac Paredes, he don't strike out that much, right? Our newest addition, making contact is really important, right? Really important. These two guys, make not striking out is big for this team, right? So Bellinger going yard today. You see, I just said that too. He says, yeah, yeah. What's the name? Yeah, he will sell on the road for sure. Um, Suzuki definitely due for one. Definitely is right. So Isaac Paredes, man, you know, I like the fact that he don't strike out. The bat just got to come on around, right? I can pull it in a little bit, just bring it in. Nico Horner is a guy that don't strike out as much. Got 63. These three guys here got 63 plate appearances, right? Let's go. Let's go. Let's bring it into like 3 weeks real quick. So, um, Nico Horner K percentage is down. Amaya K percentage is down. Swanson is coming down. Amaya is 9 for 19, not hitting for big time power, but contact is really what you want to see. So it is what it is, right? Um, Patrick Wisdom, we already know he will strike out, but if he get the bat on the ball, it's gone, right? Uh, Last 2 weeks there. Take another look at the last 2 weeks and get out of there. Versus full pitch mix here. Um, Suzuki's just been pretty much looking pretty good there, right? Uh, and Amaya is batting is pretty good too with the low K rate. All right, so uh, and the lefties like, I mean, this is where Sonny Gray is pitching his left at. I mean, his worst, right? On the road versus left, as you can see, he's got 300 batting average in general, isolated, 250 isolated power. The barrel percentage is up, the hard hit percentage up. Fly ball could be higher, but whatever it is, he's predominantly throwing that fastball at 38%. I can look at that fastball since this is his worst split. I can look at that fastball individually. Um, Hap, let me see, Cody Bellinger. Um, I'm gonna have to back this up a little bit, right? Let me back this up real fast. Let's go to the last 2 months so I can see what Bellinger. No home runs. He don't. Where is he? Oh, Bellinger's up here. So the last 2 months, because he was hurt, he had 2 home runs. Okay, on Hap, he had two. He was 10 for 45. He got a few home runs. See him and Bellinger. You see, they got hard hit rates, right? They hitting that ball. They hitting that ball hard. 62, 62. See, 62 hard hit percentage right there. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, right. And mm-hmm. And you can see it right here with the hard hit, line drive, fly ball, right? So, and yeah, right. So, and then you couple that with, the isolated power, the barrel percentage, the hardware for Sonny Gray. So that fastball, he's constantly throwing it almost 40%. Now I'll add the rest of it in, that curveball and sweeper change up. Michael Bush and Hap striking out. That's over the course of 2 months, though. Let's bring it back to the last 4 weeks. Now, Bellinger ain't really been playing, right? Well, I guess he has, but not really. Mm, I don't know, man. The numbers coming in closer, not giving me what I wanted to give me, but I think one of these lefties going to take him deep today. I can't pinpoint who it is. Like I said, Hap's got 3 bombs versus him. There's times where Hap and Bellinger hitting hard, and Bellinger came back with 3 hits yesterday. So if you want to jump on that train right now, be my guest. I don't know how this game is going to play out, truthfully. Couple people on the Cardinals, the righties, kind of looked okay. I mean, let's see, St. Louis, the righties. Arenado, right? I know who it was. It was Arenado. Arenado has an unbelievable, like no K rate type shit, right? Like that was crazy. Fastball, sweeper, splitter. So over the course of a month, Arenado was 5 for 13. We got 13 at bats, 5 hits. The 0K rate, that's what, what I'm saying, that's what looks good. Then you got Goldsmith, who's swinging for power here. Goldsmith, he's only 2 for 12, but isolated power is up, the barrel is up, the hard hit is up, and the fly ball rate is up, right? One of those two was home runs. That's over the course of a month versus this pitch mix. So, Goldie is just a walking time ball at any given moment, man. He take you deep. Um, Arenado, though, over the course of a month, looks good on not striking out. Wilson Contreras, he's always hit lefties well. We'll see what's going to happen here. Bring it into the last 3 weeks there. Um, Arenado, we know he is not striking out. A small sample size for these guys, though, man. Small sample size. Small sample size. Contreras have been striking out lately, but small sample size. I could bring it out to the last 2 months and get a bigger picture, a bigger, clearer picture. The last 2 months, Arenado is 9 for 19, 0% K rate, right? So he's just not striking out, right? Um, yeah, that's pretty cool there. That's pretty cool there, right? The averages are over the last 2 months. Our Arenado pages and Contreras averages are up. So as far as what I like or who I like, I mean, I just I don't. I mean, Arenado, those guys, you can look at those guys for a hit. They're professional baseball players. I mean, a hit, that's baseline what I would look at them for. Okay? I'm taking Jonsky, Noel, and O'Hare for Jorge's and Soler for a two-man bond. Okay, okay, that's what's up. And then we got this last game. I didn't even look at this last game, man. I know I seen last 2 weeks. Um, that's what it was. So let's see. Last 2 weeks, these righties here in Colorado, been looking good, right? That's the best. That was the best. That was the best thing I got out from these guys versus Carson Fulmer. Sinker, fastball, changeup, slider. Damn, doing everything, man. So the last 2 weeks versus this pitch mix. I mean, Brendan Doyle, he's got 3 bombs. Okay, he will strike out here and there. The rest of these guys, the righties, the strikeouts last couple of weeks been looking okay, right? Ezekiel Tovar's got a bomb, 200 isolated power, 1,000 OPS. He's 12 for 24. The hard hit percentage is up. Uh, Brandon Rogers don't strike out that much. You can look at him for a hit. You know, a lot of guys here that can put the bat on the ball, small ball type of stuff. Brendan Doyle he's barreling, so he's cooking, right? He's cooking, right? So you can look at him for probably a bomb, like I said, here and there. But I could bring it out to the last 3 weeks there. I always hit that little combination and mess some stuff up. Last 3 weeks, Ezekiel Tovar is the one who's pretty much standing out. But, you can look at those guys, Ezekiel Tovar, Doyle, in any given setting, right? If you're just looking for hits or something like that, be my guest. Got over under 9 there, right? Um, did I write anything down for this one? No, I did not. So I didn't look at the lefties. I think I just started looking at the righties and just, but I could take a look at the lefties real quick, yeah. Mm, fastball changeup. So the lefties, he's going fastball changeup. Not a big sample size. Sam Hiller's got a bomb in the last 3 weeks. Let me go out to the last month. Mm, Cave got a couple bombs. They will strike out. It is what it is. You seen that prop on FanDuel about when will the Sox win their next game? Yeah, I seen that. Why they playing with the home team like that? Yeah, I seen that. I seen that, man. That shit crazy. Definitely. I definitely seen that. The Angels. Take a look at the Angels, man. I didn't even. I think Logan O'Hop was one of the guys that stood out. Logan O'Hop went bomb yesterday, man. So he went yard yesterday. So something that you can, take a look at there. Ryan Feltner. Um, Ryan Feltner's got a 6.1 ERA at home, 4.1 on the road. Ryan Feltner he's sporting 286 batting average to lefties, 264 to righties. On the road, he is 250 batting average to lefties and 250 to righties. So I guess Logan O'Hop, over the course of a month, he's got 3 extra base hits, 3 home runs, 22 of 52 there. So he just went yard yesterday, right? I could bring it in a bit. Uh, Taylor Ward is somebody that can go yard any given time. The strikeouts look like they're kind of up for these guys. Let's go back and look at the last 3 weeks here. I think Logan O'Hoppe is probably going to be the one I would probably take a look at. All these guys are striking out within this versus this pitch mix, so that's something to take a look at. What's Feltner's K rate to righties here? His K rate to righties on the road, 16.4. Mm. Overall, his K rate to righties is 21.5. What is his strikeout prop? 4.5. How has he fared? So he's had five. He hit his strikeout prop in 4 straight games. He went the distance. He went 6 innings in 2 straight games. Um, hasn't faced this team. Interesting. Hasn't faced this team. He's got 103 strikeouts in 115 innings. Okay. Versus right hand pitching as a whole, as a squad. What has Angels been doing for the last 30 days? Oh, shit. Angels, last 30 days here. 21% K rate, 85 WRC plus. What about the last 2 weeks, Angels? Same K rate, 22%, 90 WRC plus. Last but not least, fuck it. Let's look at the last 7 days. Smaller slate. They've been hitting. So, I don't know. Last 7 days, Kevin Pillar's 4 for 7, Ohapi 4 for 11, uh, Nito, whatever. Ward's got 2 home runs in the last 7 days. Okay, versus this pitch mix, right? Let's look at the lefties real quick. Nolan Chanel's K rate is down. Rengifo's K rate is down. I always like Rengifo. Matt Dias, he's got a couple. Well, he's got a couple hits or whatever the case. Maybe that probably was the last 7 days. I don't know. Um, um, hmm. Let me see if I take down this. I can't take the slider down. Let me see if I take this slider down. You take that slider down, they look a little better without that slider. Mm. Not my favorite game, but things can happen here, right? Things can happen. Looking at without that slider, Mickey Moniak there. Uh, OPS, the barrel's up, and hard hit is up. All that. Uh, he's been known to hit the ball pretty hard. So we appreciate what you do, dropping this on daily for those who can't cut into the research like that. You definitely be helpful. I'm going to subscribe to your channel. Oh, for sure. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, man. Yeah. If anybody want to go over to the YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, man. You know, because if I don't record, I'm definitely gonna record. I'm definitely gonna be on YouTube every day, no matter what. That's first, cause I stream when I stream to YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook at the same time. Today I'm not streaming to Twitter right now. I'm only on Facebook and YouTube, but I'm thinking about switching that up. I'm probably just thinking about just going back to predominant YouTube and then maybe dropping a Facebook reel or something like that and be done and not be done with Facebook. But at the end of the day, YouTube is the one who pays me, right? They pay me. They pay me. They pay me pretty good. You know, you uh, I ain't gonna say pretty good, but that's where I've gotten a lot of my consistent social media checks from, right? Is YouTube. But lately I ain't been performing like I had to. That was back when I was doing a lot of uploads and not a lot of lives, right? But I'm gonna go back to doing some uploads. Like I said, I'm gonna go back to doing some uploads and on YouTube, and I'm gonna go back to doing some reels on Facebook and on Twitter. I gotta figure out how what's be the best way for me to do things on Twitter as well. And like I said, I got a community section on YouTube for the people that it's not like I don't for the people who support me monthly. I got a membership monthly over there. I got to drop something in there. I'm gonna start doing that tomorrow for sure. And even whenever I see it, like through the night, I'm gonna just put it over there because early lines are the best lines. You know what I'm saying? Try to get like a two legger or like my play of the day, shit like that out and just try to, so maybe do some graphics and stuff and just try to switch it up a little bit, man. It's time to get to that bread, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get to that bread and try to be a little bit serious and try to look out for the people who look out for me, right? I can care less about whatever. So at the end of the day, um, it is what it is, right? I'm looking at Ohapi here again. So, um, quick, brief rundown. Uh, Most of all the lefties really too pretty much look good for the for Baltimore Orioles here. This is the money shot here, right? So this is the money shot. Um, I could actually I could actually start um, I could actually start recording this too. I could just push record, bam. All right, so I ain't gonna record it though. I could though. Let me see. Uh, like I said, I'm looking at Mountcastle for the righties here for Baltimore. Since Lively's pitching is worse to righties, I looked at Mountcastle and Urias. If I had to take one, it would be Mountcastle. The lefties, they look pretty good either way it go. Colton Carlson is hot. You could look at anybody, Santander, like anybody, right? We don't know who's pitching for Baltimore yet, so we'll see who's going to be pitching then. Until then, it is what it is, right? Kansas City Royals, the righties, all the righties and then everybody get a bump because Montero is trash. All right. Bobby Witt, top batter of the day, hits all the way up to a home run. I probably wouldn't take him for hits. Probably wouldn't take him for home runs though. I'm probably gonna take his 4 hits, runs, and RBIs. Just a lot of shit. Probably not taking for a home run though. I'm gonna do a same part. I'm do a parlay just like I did the other day. That same parlay shit, bro. The same parlay shit, just like the other day. I'm gonna do the same shit with 2 hits, probably 1 or 2 hits for Pasquantino, RBI, and probably a hit for Renfro. RBI for my guy in the 4th spot, Salvi Perez, right? On the Detroit side, Coke, Keith, and Verlin don't strike out. Perez got 3 home runs in 2 weeks versus the pitch mix. If you want to get to the Detroit bats, I probably won't. Um, Here, Miami. Moore's pitching is worse to righties. You can look at Jake Berger. Berger will strike out though. If you need to get to a lefty for Miami, somebody who's been hot, Xavier, I forget his last name, Edwards. But I don't even know if I'll get to those guys. Myers, strikeouts. He just faced this team. That's why I'm skeptical of going back to his strikeouts, but it's undeniable about what this Atlanta Braves team, how they've been striking out. It's just crazy. So he had 7 strikeouts versus them 2 games ago. I want to say he might be able to repeat that. I could take the 4.5 Ks, and I wouldn't mad. I wouldn't be mad if he clunks out. Might throw him in there in a demon parlay on prospects. Speaking of the prospects, I went 5 for 6, 4 for 5 with on the demon parlays. All our research kind of like plays in favor for playing on prospects as well. Um, on the Atlanta side, um, Ozuna, Arsha, low Ks, but he's heating up, right? DRNR is playing big time power, especially coming into the last 3 weeks, 2 weeks, stuff like that. He's got a few bombs too. Olsen, I think he hit a couple bombs the other day. He's got 2 home runs in the last 7 weeks. I mean, seven days. This next game here, Sonny Gray is pitching his worst on the road to lefties. Hap has 3 home runs versus him, right? Lefties get a semi bump here. It just is what it is. He's pitching his worst towards lefties. 3 hits for Bellinger yesterday. He could be heating up. Michael Bush, somebody you can look at. Um, uh, got a couple guys over there. Maya, he's not striking out. Uh, our newest addition, what's his name? Paredes. I think it's Paredes. He's not striking out, right? So those are guys you can look at for the Cubs. Um, Suzuki on the right hand side. He's been on he's versus pitch mix. Um, he's got 6 home runs in the last month, but he does have a 26% K rate. He will strike out, but he will take you deep, right? And we know Gray will sell on the road, right? So on the flip side, a few things you can look at for Cardinals. If you just got to get to a lefty, you can look at Burleson, right? The righties versus the last month, 2 months versus Emiliano's pitch mix, Arenado has not stricken out. Average is up, right? Goldie, average can be up at times over the course of a month, can be down at times, but the power is still there, right? Fly ball rate still there. The power is still there for him. So if you think he can, if you're just looking at him for a bomb, then it is what it is, right? So and then the averages for guys like Arenado and Goldie and Contreras, they hitting 300 here and there. Contreras, I would always look at him versus a lefty. He's got lefty home run potential all the time versus a lefty, even if the numbers don't stack up. Colorado, Doyle at times. Last 2 weeks, multiple righties look good, versus Fomo's pitch mix. But Doyle, Tovar, and on the Angel side, I mean, over the last couple of weeks, Taylor Ward's got a couple bombs versus Felder's pitch mix. I think we can go back to the well with O Hop. He's hit a bomb yesterday. Um, Not my favorite game. Let me point that shit out. But I like the first 4 a little bit better than the rest of these. Last but not least, the weather. We got weather implications for 4 of these games. The clear game where you can go ahead and make a go at would be um, Atlanta game. That's the one you ain't got to worry about weather. If you wanted to, what I'm saying, you want to do some alternates, or you just got a lock on the weather. ESPN Bet. ESPN Bet is the book that will let you alternate things, overs and unders, right? If you just know the game ain't gonna play, you want to take a stabs at some over and under strikeouts. ESPN Bet not only let you go over strikeouts, but they also let you go under, alternate unders. That's different. That's important. Alternate unders are important. Okay? So at the end of the day, take what you like, leave what you don't. I'm out of here. He says, time for football season. I hope you cover that sport. Yes, I do. And that's another thing. That's another thing why I gotta condense my shit. These streams gotta come down. Because football season up. And I'm only one person, bro. I'm only one person, and I can't. And then I work. Like I'm getting ready to go to work in 2 hours. Now I definitely appreciate you, homie. I feel like we've been in this thing for a minute. Yes, for